Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Doctor Who is back in the news, and this time it's not necessarily about Shygow. This time it's about his companion, who is played by Millie Gibson, who apparently is being replaced by an Indian woman just after only one special. I guess they realized that the show is just a little bit too white, and they need to throw in some dark-skinned characters in there because it's just, like I said, it's just a little bit too white. Shygow is great and everything, but we gotta darken it a little bit, and they replaced her with an Indian woman. I think it's pretty funny to see this go down, because she was just coming out and essentially saying that she's going to be in this show for a while, and now all of a sudden it has now been reversed, and now she's not going to be in the show and she's replaced by this woman. So let's get into this article, guys, from Fandom Pulse. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Like the video to push us out into the YouTube algorithm, and consider subscribing to my manga channel. The links are in the description box below. I would love to see you there. So yeah, she is completely gone. Millie Gibson is going to be gone from Doctor Who and replaced by a totally different woman. So the article reads, after only one Christmas special has aired, Doctor Who's Millie Gibson is officially out as Shygow companion Ruby Sunday. In this near unprecedented move, Bad Wolf has parted ways with the actress. The reasons for her departure are unclear, but it bodes ill for the new iteration of Doctors, as fans have expressed concerns over the show's current directions and ratings have been less than stellar. The Church on Ruby Road debuted Shygow as the Doctor and Millie Gibson as Ruby Sunday. The episode was strange, with goblins eating babies and an uncomfortable beginning involving the Doctor crossing Ruby's time stream to make the goblins disappear into thin air eventually. Now, I specifically remember a lot of people were talking about Shygow and Millie Gibson and how their dynamic is going to be so amazing, how they're going to be in so many different episodes, and it's going to be great seeing them together. And now Millie Gibson is just literally gone. I don't know if this is necessarily because of anything bad. I don't know if she did something. I really don't know, and I don't want to say that. But what I will say is I find it very sus that she is being removed after only one Christmas special. They had plans for her. They had plans to continue with her and Shygow, and then all of a sudden those plans changed. So I think it's a little strange that out of nowhere she is being replaced by a diverse person. And again, it goes to show that this is just checkboxing left and right. I know people want to deny it. They desperately want to deny it. And I don't really give a shit. You can put me on Reddit all you want. I don't fucking care. I think it's hilarious. But at the end of the day, they are absolutely checkboxing. They replaced her with a completely different person. It's not even similar looking. You can't even go with the same character. I'm assuming they're going to get rid of the character altogether and probably make somebody totally different. If they end up going with Millie Gibson, Ruby Sunday, and making her just someone totally different, I think that's going to be a little bit weird. But again, who really knows with this show? Hello. It says, with a new Disney Plus partnership, Bad Wolf pushed the diversity hires to new extremes, already causing fan annoyance by race-swapping the Doctor after they had to deal with a gender-swap Jodie Whittaker for 3 seasons. Ruby Sunday has a transgender singer friend and is also an orphan raised by 2 black women, and a scenario does not represent the real world at all. Well, you know, they're not, listen, it's Doctor Who, okay? Doctor Who is not necessarily going to represent the real world at all, but it is inherently British, right? And British is extremely white, even though obviously Britain is extremely diverse now, but it is still predominantly a white place, just like America is still predominantly a white place. Me, as someone who is not white, I can obviously recognize and say that there is a ton of white people in my own country, and I'm sure there is a ton of white people in Britain as well. But that's not really what it's about. In my opinion, the most egregious thing is not the race swapping, it's the fact of the identity politics being thrown into it. The whole pronoun thing was completely stupid to begin with. The fact that Doctor Who got completely lambasted by some random tranny about the fact that he didn't respect the pronouns of an alien creature that he just met, as if this alien creature is going to use earthly pronouns to begin with. The entire premise was just completely stupid. It's something that, even though it's a show that's fake, right? And you get that. It's a fantasy show, sci-fi show, it's fake, whatever. Even though it's fake, the moment you do something so blatantly obvious, the moment you do something like that that's so politically driven, that will take anybody out of the story. Anybody. The only people that are not going to get taken out of the story at that moment in time are people who are actively looking for that validation. They're the people who are looking to say, oh yes, pronouns, slay queen, I'm non-binary, yes, recognize me, validate me, I need Doctor Who to validate me. That's the only people that won't get taken out of the story. Everybody else will get completely taken out of the story the moment that nonsense hits the screen. And that's the biggest thing for me. Obviously, Ruby Sunday being raised by 2 black women is absolutely stupid to begin with, but But again, it's just constant pushing of the same nonsense. They want to do this, right? The BBC and Hollywood are no different. They all have the same funneling. They all have the same resources. They all want to push this nonsense. It says the overnight ratings for the Doctor Who Christmas special was not stellar, marking some of the lowest ratings for a debut Doctor in Shygow. Millie Gibson had expressed sentiments that the upcoming 8-episode series will be controversial. Well, I guess it's so controversial that she won't be around anymore. Shygow also said the series will lead into leftist politics, which makes fans more than nervous about Russell T Davies' return as a showrunner. Well, listen, I can at least appreciate, and I've said this in many videos prior, I can appreciate that Shygow just came out and said it. You know what I mean? Like, he's not dancing around the bush and trying to subvert expectations and kind of hide the whole leftist agenda and not actively saying that he's going to push it. No. He's saying that he's going to push it. He's saying that his Doctor Who is going to be a leftist bubble. That is essentially what he said. So I can appreciate that he's honest about it and upfront about it so that those people who don't want to watch the show because of it can just avoid it. Just avoid it completely. And then the viewership you're going to have is the viewership you're going to have. It is what it is, right? You're going to probably hover around 3 to 4 million, which I guess would be considered a bomb for Doctor Who, considering just how good Doctor Who was doing in the past compared to now. But, for any other show, 4 million viewers would be pretty good, at least considered decent. So, take your viewership. That's basically it. For the people who don't like this shit, boycott it. Just don't watch it, right? I don't watch it. I don't watch Doctor Who, so don't watch it. I'm not telling you what to do, but if you hate this stuff and you actively don't want to see it in your entertainment anymore, you need these shows to bomb as much as possible. Not just a little bit. You need to bomb as much as you possibly can. So boycott it if you don't want to watch it, or watch it if you do. Simple as that. But I will say that Russell T Davies was going to push this nonsense regardless of whether or not Shygow was in the show. Russell T Davies is extremely freaking woke, so he doesn't need Shygow to be in the show for him to push this leftist ideology. It says rumors were already swirling that Millie Gibson and Shygow would be on their way out of the role sooner rather than later. With the first series already filmed and the second in progress, both actors expressed that they would be looking for new jobs soon, with Millie Gibson being clearer that she's seeking immediate employment. This fueled discussion that they might already be getting the axe. A Bad Wolf producer told Fandom Pulse that there were no plans for either exit and let us know Shygow has a contract through 2029. Now, a Bad Wolf insider has told The Mirror that Millie Gibson is exiting the show during the second season. She will only appear in 3 episodes of the 2025 second series of Shygow's Doctor Who. Only 3 episodes, ladies and gentlemen. What happened to showing up for the whole season? I don't really know, but it looks like she is completely out. It says the insider told The Mirror Millie Gibson has all but left now, and there's a brand new companion, which is really exciting. Russell's keeping things moving and isn't letting the grass grow, that's for sure. Now, this is the woman that has replaced Millie Gibson in the show. I don't know if she's replacing her as a direct replacement for Ruby Sunday. I guess we're going to find out. It says this replacement of a blonde girl with an Indian woman further the extreme diversity pushes in Doctor Who. Some fans have expressed that they feel lucky that the companion wasn't replaced by a homosexual man or a transgender person, given the current woke pushes by Russell T Davies and company. Regardless, it's odd for a companion to get a boot this quickly. Well, that is absolutely true. The fact that they are shuffling through very quickly, both Shygow and Millie Gibson, goes to show that they either don't have a lot of faith in this particular duo, or they saw the viewership tank so hard to the point where they had to make a few changes. They obviously have some things they have to stick to that they've already pre-stuck to, and they have contracts and whatnot, but ultimately she served her purpose, and it looks like she's being replaced by a diversity hire. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.